Not sure if you all know this, but Adrian and I both have YouTube channels. My YouTube channel, if you can please subscribe, is Nevermore Records. Adrian's is Plastic Realm Toys. You can also follow us on Instagram at HNH_podcast and find us on Facebook. We even have a private group. Just send a request and we'll let you in. Follow our recording studio on Instagram at Nevermore_Records_EPTX and our guitar company on Instagram at Nevermore_Guitars. Dude,
she's doing it like nothing.
Yeah, I've seen those videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like she's on the spot. There's no cuts. There's nothing. No edits. It's a song from beginning to end, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing, dude. I've worked with dudes, including yourself, that just can't do that.
That's rude. Okay. We didn't have to go there.
It's not that. It's just, you know what I mean? It's...
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Half and Half Podcast.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
This is different.
It is. This the setup, we decided to try to go on the cozy side.
You know, this was technically our life when we were teenagers.
Not technically. It was.
Just sitting on the couch, playing video games, watching movies.
Smoking.
Having a beer, having a big gulp.
Big Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. But this is so for our viewers now, right? This is weird for us because we don't have headphones, which we've gotten so used to.
Yeah, it does feel weird. I feel like I have to be louder.
Yeah. I'm hoping that it's picking up. I think it is. Check. I can see the console over there for anybody that doesn't see it, obviously. This is my couch in the main console studio room.
Yeah.
And it's a really cozy couch.
It is. So when you told me the plan, I said, all right, I'm going to make it real cozy. 1, it's always fucking mad cold in here.
Yeah.
So 2, I said, all right, I'm going to make it real cozy. I brought my Rocky blanket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't bring anything. Except I always have to, when I'm on a couch, I always have to have a pillow.
Dude, right?
You know? Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Here, hold my hand. Don't be weird. Don't make it weird. Come on, let's just talk for a little while. Why do you get weirded out about it? Well, I'm not gonna let you go, but just embrace. Dude, 20-some odd years.
It's just weird being on camera. I mean, I know we film our own videos. I think that was one of the gayest things we've ever done.
Oh, hey, it's only gonna go up from there, buddy. Yeah, now that we're officially recording everything. So what's up?
No, not much, man. I mean, same old. I was sick. We were supposed to do this like 3 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah, and I had a migraine, unfortunately. And no, I mean, somber news. Obviously, last time we did our podcast, you know, your grandpa passed away.
Yeah.
We've done a couple episodes where when my parents passed away, unfortunately, and just want to kind of put it out there. You know, rest in peace, Mike, one of my dearest friends. Known the guy for just about 20 years. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, you know, our story runs deep. You know, I met him when I was just a kid. And who's texting you? Tell him to stop.
My daughter, man. You can
tell
your
her
kid
to stop. My daughter, mind you. And yeah, you know, it was just, our story runs, you know, far. I was just a kid and he was older and, you know, he was a mentor to me in a way. I don't think he ever really realized what a mentor he was. But, you know, just kind of touching on that, I just want to kind of mention something that he taught me. You know, when I was young, especially, I had a lot of anxiety and I was stressed. And, you know, we worked together in the maintenance department. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we were always having to handle all kinds of stuff. And, you know, it wasn't stress like what I experienced as a assistant principal or teacher. It was a different level of stress, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I remember he would see me, he would just stare at me, like seeing me like run back and forth. And he'd be like, hey, Pablo. He would call me Pablo. Come here. And I'd be like, what's up, Mike? He'd be like, dude, just remember, fuck it. That's what he would tell me. He'd be like, when you can't control it, fuck it. And he was like, that's what always got me through, you know, stressful times. And And, at the time I was kind of like, damn, you're right. And it always stuck with me, So to this day, when things are just overwhelming, I always think about what he told me.
Fuck it.
Yep. So,
yeah, I've had the privilege of meeting him a few times, and very great guy.
Super stand-up guy.
Yeah. All the stories you told me, and the few times, I got to be around him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a great dude.
Really the dude could guy. Build anything, whether it was metal, it was wood, I saw him build a massive cowboy hat out of foam for a golf cart. He never got to finish it because the owner of where we used to work was an asshole. But the guy was literally a genius. That guy had more talent in one pinky than some people that go to school to be an engineer for their entire lives. And, but rest in peace, Mike.
Yes, rest in peace, Mike.
He was a listener, so, rest in peace.
You will be missed, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. But, moving on, I know we have a lot on our agenda.
We do, man. So there's something...
Even though we spoke on the phone for like 2 hours yesterday.
Dude, I know. And it always starts off the same way. Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. I just realized something.
What?
The freaking energy drink you got me is all the way the fuck over there.
Go get up and get it.
Damn it.
I'm cozy.
And now this mic is not standing. Give me a moment, everybody. Adrian, tell us a story.
So this one time.
See, this is what happens when...
This is why we should not film.
Yeah, I know, right? Because now I could easily just cut that out.
So while you're getting up and getting your drink and I'm checking you out, man, I cannot stop thinking about what happened the other day. So we've always said how used to each other you and I are, right?
Right.
So even like stupid, gross shit.
Yeah.
Like we don't even bat an eyelash on it. And this story is the perfect story. So the other day you call me, you ripped me out of sleep because I was on nights, and I got up and nature fucking called, right?
Mm-hmm. You had to take a shit.
So I was fucking duking while we were talking.
Mm-hmm.
You were knee deep in a conversation. I don't think I quoted you, but anyway, you were talking and talking and talking. And then finally you were like, hey, are you there? I said, yeah, I'm just wiping my ass. And you go, okay, good. And then you just kept fucking flowing, dude, without like you fucking gross bastard or nothing, right? You were just like, oh, okay, cool. And then you just kept on with your fucking stuff.
I mean, we've been doing this for a long time now. It's kind of like I think about Friday when he was like, what did he say? I was smelling your shit for...
Yeah, I can smell you. I've been smelling your shit for 22 years and you can smell mine for 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So same principle.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, one thing the other day I was recording, producing, whatever you want to say, the Exiled podcast.
Oh, our boy, shout out to Exiled. If you guys have not checked them out, please go listen to them. Comedy Gold. Love those dudes, Stevie and Dave. Yes, please check them out.
So, dude, so I was editing last night their latest episode.
Mm.
They had a guest on. I'm not going to say who it is. I was here live when they recorded that episode. And then when I'm editing, I did like 2 run-throughs. So I sit through the episode. It's an hour episode. Sit through the episode, 3 hours. Dude, it was so good that I was lying in bed. I was like, I got to watch it again.
Yeah, you told.
And so, man, Exile, and it's their episode 5. Episode 4 is really good too, but episode 5, which is not out yet, but when that thing comes out...
Episode 4 just came out, right?
Yeah, 4 just came out.
Yeah.
But the reason I bring that up is not only was it amazing, and that's kind of what my afternoon and evening was, editing and when watching their stuff, but on episode 4, I told you not to watch it because I didn't want to give away something that makes me super excited.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave, on their episode, he was like, I got a gift for Adrian from Half and Half. And dude, so I was like, I didn't want you to see it because then you would know what the gift was. I wanted to surprise you with it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to shit yourself.
Am I?
You're going to shat yourself.
It's funny because I already have to.
So I put it over here strategically. I didn't want to mess it up. I know he was like, here, dude, just like it was nothing. But to me, I was like, Adrian's literally going to shit himself when he sees this.
What?
I don't remember the story. He said that somehow he was a part of something and they gave this to him and he didn't have any use for it. He heard our podcast and was like, Adrian would appreciate this. Dude, you ready for this?
Oh, should I close my eyes?
Okay. So look at that right there. Oh, wait. But look at the back.
What the fuck?
Look at the back.
No.
Yeah, dude.
No, you're fucking lying.
Serious.
You are fucking lying. Is that really her signature?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I feel like crying. Are you fucking shitting me?
I don't think Dave realized the significance of how much you love. Oh. So
it's a sticker of Shat, who's my all-time favorite female artist of all fucking time.
Yeah.
And her signature's on the back.
Yep.
I hope. What the... Dude, even if it wasn't, this is a fucking great gift.
Right.
Dave, thank you so... You know what? Someone's getting kissed. I'm just saying, my man. Come prepared.
Maybe a little bit more.
Maybe a little bit more.
I'm not a jealous type. I'll film.
Oh, my God. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Podcast is over. I can't take it. I gotta go.
I knew I had to start off with a high note.
God. This is why I love these guys. See what I mean? These are genuinely fucking amazing people.
Yeah, I mean, he flies in from San Francisco, so he had to consciously put that in his luggage, make it over here, make sure he brings it to the studio.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's like super thoughtful. I mean, that's beyond thoughtful.
Yeah, it is. You know what I want to do? I want to frame it and leave it here. And put her next to me every time we podcast. And if you guys have not heard Sade, you're crazy.
It's literally one of your favorite artists of all time.
Oh, yeah, hands down. God, Dave, thank you, man. Thank you.
So that's Exiled Podcast, give them a listen.
Please. Yep, that's going to
watch their videos, are the best. But episode 5, dude.
Yeah, I can't wait. Wow, man. Thank you so much, Dave. I need to reach out to him personally. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it's going to look like.
So we have Sade now as our guest.
Yep.
Dude, imagine if we really had Sade.
I would stop it. Stop it.
I don't think you'd be able to like lift your own legs.
I wouldn't. I'd be like... That's amazing, man. That's fucking incredible.
So, one thing that I did want to also talk about, dude, when we always, we're catching up, right? So I went to go see Anthrax.
Oh, that's right. You did.
And you did. Like, was a childhood dream come true. Like, okay, so real quick story. Yeah, right.
Yeah, real quick.
My older brother, Eric, invites me to go, me and my little brother. And I know Eric. I know how he is. Eric has, yes, he wanted to go with us, but I know, Eric, I love you. I know sometimes he has deeper rooted intentions. So right away, I was like, I'm going to buy the tickets. You think you could drive? Yeah. You think we could use Jason's car? Yeah. So everybody has a role. Like, I'm going to do this for you, but everybody has a role that they need to fulfill.
You use Jason's car?
Yeah, because, dude, my car, there's not a lot of chargers between here and Albuquerque, and I just didn't want to chance it.
Really?
Yeah.
But you would figure it's only a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, but it's so different when you, like, chance running out of gas versus running out of, like, electricity, which, being an electric guy.
Gas cars aren't looking that bad, are they?
It's so weird, man, because all over the U.S., like, I would feel safer traveling to L.A. in my car than I do to Albuquerque. Yeah, like, dude, between here and L.A., there's, like, dozens. Between here and Albuquerque, there's only a few.
And you can't find a fucking outlet somewhere?
That would take forever. We're going to pull over for about 10 minutes, guys. I mean, for 10 hours. When I first got my car, I had to charge it with a regular outlet.
Yeah, I know, you told me.
Literally, dude, like 12 hours to get like 10%.
Yeah, you told me.
So anyhow, we all went. We went up to go see Anthrax, and dude, like, they were headlining. Exodus was opening, and then Black Label Society, and then Anthrax was headlining, which I didn't know they were headlining until we got there. I felt like a kid, like a fucking kid, like to the point where I was even like, dude, I want to mosh. I didn't, but...
You almost did, though, unintentionally.
Unintentionally, yeah, I got knocked down. I get knocked down.
But I get up again.
But it was great, man. Rex Brown from Pantera came out, which, it's Rex, which is cool. It's, but seeing Rex just jam for a little bit with Anthrax. Pretty cool, man. It was just a great overall experience. They played all the songs that I love. The sound was great. Looking at those dudes, I was like, are they vampires? Because they haven't aged a bit. So that really enhanced, like I was telling my brother, I was like, it kind of enhanced the experience because I really felt like a little kid watching because they look the same.
Right.
As opposed to like, you go see Motley Crue and you see like Vince Neil now, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, man.
Is Mick Mars still in the band?
Actually, no, not anymore. Now that Johnny Five guy or whatever took over.
Really? The guy from Marilyn Manson?
I believe so, yeah.
Huh.
But dude,
you're right though. The lead singer of Anthrax, he's always looked very old to me. Mm-hmm. But it's like he stopped aging at
a certain point. Yeah, dude, like super thin.
Yeah.
Like,
you could tell he dyes his hair black, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But it was a really, really fun experience. We stayed at a casino over there, which was like one of the nicest casinos I've ever seen. Sandia Casino. I had never been there.
You know what's crazy about
Eric won a jackpot. Like
a little leprechauns always do.
Always, I know, right, dude? Always. Every time I go with him to the casino, he wins a jackpot. No matter what, dude.
Got that little luck, dude.
Dude, he was
when
like,
you sent me that video of him crowd surfing. Just looked like a little kid crowd surfing.
Yeah, dude. He crowd surfed. If you haven't, check out my YouTube channel. I did a short on there showing, because he was like, hey man, or like, you know, in the I'm trying to like hear what he's saying. He's like, I just heard crowd surf. Make sure you film it. All right. So I see him going and I'm waiting and I'm waiting.
And he gets lost in the crowd.
Yeah, dude. I was like waiting. And then all of a sudden I see just this little dude pop up. And I'm like, oh, there it is. There he is. And I start filming. And yeah, sure enough, dude. And then like he struggled. But man, at that moment, it was like it was like watching a gymnast fuck up their routine, but they stick the landing perfectly.
Well, it's because he is an ex-gymnast.
Yeah, he is. And so he gave me the devil horns and looked like almost direct contact. Yeah. It was great, man. It was so much fun.
Yeah, it's weird.
Jason was there, but
fuck Jason.
Yeah.
Ever since we started half and half, I know more Anthrax than you think I do. But
well, yeah, I mean, after the 9/11 happened, it was all over the news.
You fucking dad jokes. But like, I try not to venture out into that style of music because I almost know you're gonna hit me with all these bands on our challenges.
Yeah.
But like, I get more intrigued. Like hearing your stories, I would have never said I want to go see Anthrax play.
Really, dude?
But I would have. You know what I mean?
I should have been wearing my hat that I bought. Like, I think back to, you know what's funny? As I give Megadeth, Metallica, I give all these bands so much credit. But even while I was there, I realized, dude, like Anthrax was such a huge influence on me. I think back to like hearing his riffs, you know, like you said, I'm a riffer, right?
Yeah. Oh,
and so I think back to, and I was like listening to their songs. I was like, dude, I almost feel like Anthrax may have been a bigger influence on me than maybe even some of those bands. I just, for whatever reason, don't really think to it.
Like like Metallica.
Dude, I remember buying an Anthrax cassette at a swap meet, and like it was warped or something because it sounded weird. Yeah. But God, I would listen to that tape over and over, and there's no denying the riffmanship. Is that a word? Yeah. I just made it.
It is now.
Yeah.
Just like the what did I say that?
I don't know. The hugest. Actually, it turns out that is a word.
Fucking tell us. See, you always want to make fun of me. You always want to be like, oh, it's not a fucking word, dumbass. And then all of a sudden.
Yeah. So, man, it was a great experience, man. And
that's awesome. You know what I love about Anthrax? There's on VH1 years ago. I don't even know when. It was a long time ago. They had a segment called Metal Evolution. Mm-hmm. Did you ever see that?
Probably.
So there was like 8 of them, I want to say. And this guy was trying to figure out literally the evolution of metal from the first true metal band to all the way up to like death metal bands and shit, I think. Anyway, so of course, the middle one was your favorite, nu metal. The evolution of nu metal. And a lot of people... So anyway... Scott Ian was interviewed on that because a lot of people, I guess, to my surprise, well, actually no, because of I saw it when he said it. Anyway, a lot of people credit them for new metal because they were one of the first, aside from Run DMC and Aerosmith, to do hip hop and metal when they brought Public Enemy on.
Mm.
Weird, right? And Scott Ian was like, you know what? We've always loved hip hop. We grew up in fucking Brooklyn and like dead smack in the middle of, you know, the hip hop boom. And he was like, I'd always heard Chuck D's voice over one of my riffs.
Mm.
Crazy, right?
That is weird. Speaking of new metal, you and I were going to have an argument about it, but I think we're going to let, I think Donald Trump and Joe Biden had an argument.
That's right.
So
they had a fucking great, do you have that one?
yeah, so I'm actually going to insert it. So,
you're going to insert it. You goddamn
so
right.
check out Joe Biden and Donald Trump having an argument that we would have totally had, but they're doing it for us.
And we're going to insert it now.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, this guy will post fucking anything. At the Drive-In is not a new metal band.
Well, if you read what he wrote, I think he makes a compelling case.
If At the Drive-In is a new metal band, then he should just post the fucking Beatles at this point.
The Beatles aren't a new metal band.
Well, the Beatles are a part of rock and roll history, which is a part of metal history, which is a part of new metal history. See how stupid that sounds.
Well, Ross Robinson produced Relationship of Command, Joe.
Oh, so now anything Ross produced is new metal.
History.
What?
New metal history.
Blow it out your ass, Donald, so that means he can post Klaxons or The Cure.
Actually, he has posted The Cure already.
Fucking hell, I don't know why I'm still following this guy. That means any music in the post-hardcore, hardcore, punk genre from 1996-2006 is new metal. That's a major stretch. That's like saying Nine Inch Nails, industrial metal, was new metal because they played with Korn, new metal.
A lot of 90s post-HC overlaps with alt metal, i.e. Quicksand, Snapcase, etc.
LOL, what? No, Rage Against the Machine is more alt metal than Snapcase. Snapcase is a post-hardcore staple in the early 90s, the wrong half of the 90s for new metal, especially when Snapcase isn't even close to metal. That's like saying Dillinger Escape Plan is new metal.
He's posted Dillinger too.
I'm done. Fuck this shit. New metal is poser music.
And Glassjaw.
Goodbye.
All right. So we would have totally had that argument. But
Dude, when you sent me that, I was fucking dying for two reasons. It sounded just like those assholes. 3, it was everything. I just went from 1 to 3, huh? Dude, it's almost verbatim what we would have told one another.
yeah, dude. Yeah. It was so great when I heard it. I was like, I listened to it like 20 times because it was just so good.
You know what that reminded me of real quick? One of my favorite parts in Home Alone, it was Home Alone Part 2, and it was Home Alone 1, when they found out Kevin was missing. Anyway, one of the sisters asked the brothers, are you not worried for him? He goes, no, because 1, I'm not that lucky, and D, shit.
So yeah. There's our
I had
new metal
another question
argument for the day.
I got another question for you. This is serious.
Okay.
Like the most serious I've ever been. And you can't fucking back out.
Okay.
Okay? I need you to kiss me right now.
Oh, fuck you.
You have to pick one.
Uh-huh.
And just because I'm dying to know. Everyone has secret songs that they love. And I'm pretty sure you like one of these bands or a song. Okay? Ready?
Yeah.
And you have to pick.
Okay.
NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Who would you go with?
NSYNC.
Really?
Justin Timberlake, man.
Wow.
Couldn't believe that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would see. I go Backstreet Boys because they're more talented musically, right? Like there's a lot more. There's more Boys to Men in their songs, and I fucking love Boys to Men.
You see, here's the thing. I don't like either one. Like,
Oh, I know, but that's why I said if you had to choose.
Justin Timberlake, I like. Like, I think his solo stuff is pretty good.
Cry Me a River, Paul.
And so yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's really the only reason, because they have Justin Timberlake. It's not even a like, oh, their music was better or this song was better. It was literally like
Only because
they have
of
Justin Timberlake. Yeah.
not Lance Bass.
No, man.
Wow.
Lance Bass is pretty cool though. But yeah, do you want to get into that Batch Can Scram? Speaking of Justin
Dude.
Timberlake.
I actually do. Funny you mentioned that. Okay, you go first.
All right, so for this episode on that Batch Can Scram, I really had to think hard, real hard.
The harder the better.
Because you know what? Like, when I started thinking about how, like, Let It Riff, there's lots of riffs, right? But when it comes to singers, there's not a whole lot of singers. Oh, you didn't even put your Let It Riff. There's not a whole lot of singers. That's why you need to do a format, man, like I do.
I know. I always forget.
To
Continue.
pick from. So I went with, I think, perhaps a usual suspect. But here's the reason why I picked them, because I was trying to like process it and think, who do I want to go with for this episode? And coincidentally, after I posted a video. I was trying to do a short of when Rex came out with Anthrax, just so it could just be there for myself to look back, because I know I'm not going to ever go back through my phone and look. And after that, I started getting pop-ups of Anthrax performing with both Rex and Phil Anselmo, who is that Batch Can Scram. And one thing I realized, it was like a live taping, so it wasn't like a big crowd where it was like noisy and stuff. Like it was a legit taping, and he was already obviously like older and stuff, and I was like, dude, this dude, no matter how unhealthy he looks, man, he can nail those screams. He nails those. And then I think back to like even like the later albums of Pantera that, you know, aren't like the big albums that everybody thinks of, right? I think back to his screams during that time, and like he was just something about him, man. Like, dude, there's no denying Phil Anselmo then and even now, that Batch Can Scram.
Absolutely. That guy's got a hell of a set of pipes. I've always, even like when before they turned into, what do you consider them thrash metal? What do you consider them?
Who, Pantera?
Yeah.
I see them more as like southern groove metal.
There you go, groove metal. Before they went that route, they were somewhat 80s, right? Like they did the spandex, that whole thing. Even back then, that motherfucker's got an amazing voice. Like I even love just his singing voice. You know me, I like husky, I like raspy. You know what I'm saying?
He's got a very deep voice naturally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it really, sometimes people with a deep voice, and this has been my experience producing bands, it doesn't translate sometimes into a good singing voice. So that's why you have like Pete Steele from Typo Negative, who, you know, he made the best of his deep voice in using it the way he did, right? But Phil Anselmo, he can fucking get those notes. Yeah, singing wise, dude, like I think of like Cemetery Gates.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those high notes that he hits.
Dude. My favorite Pantera song of all time, This Love.
Right.
Fucking love that song.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So when you think about This Love, not Our Love.
I think about our love every day.
The song This Love. I can't help but think about how, in a weird way, that song actually was the nu metal formula. I'm not saying it's nu metal. I'm not saying anything, but it was actually a very nu metal formula, going from the pretty to the heavy to the pretty.
Yeah, I could see it.
But anyways, I just thought of that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your batch?
That's a great pick. Well,
that can scram.
For my segment of This Incredible Person Can Scream, because I cannot call her a batch.
Oh, okay,
it's
gotcha.
rude.
Gotcha.
I'm not going to do that.
I was like, why are you fucking up the rotation?
Yes, I cannot say those words because it's a female. So my segment of This Amazing Person Can Scream, I chose none other than Courtney LaPlante from Spirit Box.
I knew it. But you're right.
She is never mind just her screaming. Her voice is just incredible, period. If you go on YouTube, she has videos where she does live cuts of their songs, and the way she transitions from singing to screaming, it's incredible. But her actual screams themselves are just phenomenal. She does them so effortlessly, and that yet they're so like beefy and like felt, and like when you're listening to them, you imagine her face is like fucking, you know what I mean? But
dude,
she's doing it like nothing.
Yeah, I've seen those videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like she's on the spot. There's no cuts. There's no edits. It's a song from beginning to end, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing, dude. I've worked with dudes, including yourself, that just can't do that.
That's rude. Okay. We didn't have to go there.
It's not that. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just so natural to her.
Yeah.
So freaking natural.
I mean, in terms of female vocalists, again, broken record, they're my all-time favorite. She's up there with Shat and Estero for me. Like, she's one of my favorite female vocalists.
You know who else could be an amazing female vocalist? Our daughter.
Oh yeah.
I know we've spoken about it before, how our daughter can scram.
Yeah. One day I was washing dishes and I was fucking around and she was like, "Hey Dad, I heard the new song." And I said, "Which one?" She said, "Silence to Mute." And I was like, "Oh yeah." She goes, "I could do that." And I was like, "Yeah, right. You're full of shit." So I kept washing dishes and she goes, "Silence to Mute." Like I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, you
fuck?
sent me a recording, dude.
Yeah,
and
and
I
I
was just like,
I said,
"You're out of the band, agent."
That's what I told her. I said, "I gotta show your uncle. Do it again."
Yeah,
And I recorded it.
like, you're out of the band. No, dude. Like, no, that's a great pick. Amazing. And again, if you go back, that's a band that Adrian challenged me with back when we first started.
When we first started our challenges, yeah.
I didn't like them at first, dude, and now I'm a believer. I'm a Spirit Box believer. They're amazing.
welcome.
And that's part of actually what made me a believer was seeing those videos of her.
Right.
Because I was like, this is legit. Like,
Yeah.
that was so good.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. So my amazing person who can scram is Courtney LaPlante.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what really chaps my ass though? Now,
Oh man.
now we're going into that that segment. I wanted to jump on it because we're kind of talking.
You can
everything's
jump on it whenever you
kind
want.
of connecting. You know, speaking back about the Anthrax show for this episode, what really chaps my ass, dude, is this guy and his girlfriend. So my brother Jason,
Fuck
who
Jason.
doesn't take up very much space because he's a
Man,
little
that's so
guy.
weird. You went with two little people.
I know, right?
Did you feel like you were like the protector? Like you had to take
Dude,
care
every
of them?
time I would turn around, I would see them like this, looking up at me. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. I actually have video. I have video where they didn't realize I was filming because I'm so tall. So like they had no idea, right? So I'm like filming like this and I'm laughing because they're both two little dudes like this.
That's so ugly.
They had no idea, dude. And I'm just sitting on the video like, this is so great. But it's just the top of their heads and then their little devil horns. They're all getting into it and stuff. It's great. And so, which actually I should probably post on
You
YouTube right
should.
here.
I don't
So-
understand why you haven't.
So they both left to go pee or whatever. And like, I was like, I'm normally not the type to like, hey, let's go to the front. Sometimes, depending on the band, you know, like I like that thrill, right? And it was funny because Eric was like, "Why?" Like, you know, he wanted to be all old guy about it. Like, I was like, just for a couple of songs, you know.
Little people are afraid to get trampled on.
But
The closer you get to the
but
front.
I think he really appreciated in the end that I did that. But anyways, once they left, there was a little gap that opened up, right? So again, mind you, they're little guys, so little gap, right? This big dude and his big girlfriend come in. Dude, like, everybody's got their own little space, right? So like, hey, you know, like, let's keep it that way. No, man, this guy comes, he's elbowing my stomach. Like, they're like all drunk. So they're like swaying together and like, I'm starting to sway with them. My blubber's touching his blubber. Like, dude,
That's hot.
that people don't. So for this segment on what really chaps my ass though, people getting too close for comfort at shows. Like, dude, I understand once the band starts, just go for it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, once the band starts, it's like, okay, you're focused on the band. You don't give a shit who's touching you, whatever, right? For the most part. But, dude, like, I sat there for like 20 minutes. Like, let me tell you, dude, you know, I don't have a temper. Do you think I have a temper? Like a temper, like I want to fight somebody temper.
You've calmed down a lot.
Yeah.
But it's in you. But no, not anymore. You don't.
I wanted to fight this kid. I wanted to fight him. And you know why I didn't? He was like you. He was a native.
Oh,
And I was
yeah,
like, this
don't-
motherfucker's gonna beat my ass. No. I was mad, like boiling red, mad, because I was just so annoyed. But I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, all these native dude, there was like 80% your people there.
I would have walked in and
80%.
felt at home.
Dude, I would have been mobbed and murdered.
No, I would have stopped everybody. I said,
Oh,
hey, we come in peace. We do not.
no, dude. So like, yeah. So that's what really chaps my ass though. Is just like, dude, like
Concert goers truly are inconsiderate fucks, man.
Yeah.
We all are there for the same reason. We all want to hear the band, see the band, have a great time. So don't be that asshole. Don't be that guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I feel you.
Yeah. It was uncomfortable. It almost felt, I think what made me mad is it almost felt like it was on purpose. Also, the fact that he was like highly intoxicated, but it almost felt like it was on purpose, and that's what really bothered me.
You probably would have won that fight though if he was that drunk.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would have won either way.
Shit.
I mean,
if you're trying to turn me on, it's working.
why you think you love Rocky? He's Italian, right?
Yes, the Italian stallion, bitch. Come on.
I'm Italian.
Exactly.
I know how to box.
Yeah, but that's a good one though. I agree with you. Concert goers are fucking madly inconsiderate.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
especially the drunk ones.
Sometimes that's just like you almost dread going to these concerts because you're like, oh, do I want to put up with idiots?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like my bougie ass now, I think like about just fuck it. It's worth paying for the VIP tickets where you get to stand in front of the barricade so nobody touches you and you're like right there in front of everybody.
Absolutely.
But when I'm behind the barricade, I look at those bougie assholes and I think to myself, those bougie fucking assholes. Like, fuck you. Why didn't I think of that? You know? But
have you ever done that?
No, we talked about doing it when we go to ACL. We had talked about doing it. But ever since we started talking about doing it, we haven't been ACL because the lineups have sucked so bad. But dude, like when you do it at ACL, not only do you get to be in the front for like any show, like it's like all you can drink, all you can eat. Like you get access to like cool places.
Fucking very worth it.
Yeah, dude. Like it's like 4 times the cost of a regular ticket. But dude, when I went to see Metallica at ACL, Deftones played. So it was Deftones. What's that one dude? Matter of fact, Exiled was talking about him.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Green, last name Green.
Oh, Austin Green? Dallas Green?
Yes.
City in Color?
City in Color. So it was Deftones, City in Color, then it was Metallica. Weird, right? And
City in Colors.
Or maybe it was reversed.
God's
City in Color,
gift,
Deftones, and then Metallica.
Yeah.
So anyways, I was standing in a fucking massive crowd for, I think we figured it was like almost like 6 or 7 hours, dude. 6 or 7 hours. Like, I couldn't be like, hey, I'll be back when we get a drink. No, dude, we were stuck. It was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. It was hot as fuck.
In Austin? No, thank you.
But at that moment, I was like, yeah, I should have probably sprung for the VIP.
Yeah. Dude, in Austin, outside, that one's in October or the summer?
October, but it's still hot as fuck.
Hot. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It does add to the experience. Like I look back and I'm like, it was a painful experience, but it was also a fun experience. You know,
I can imagine.
There's nothing like pissing your pants while waiting for Metallica. No,
just go, man.
No, like I'm
Just go.
smart about that, dude. I'm like, I'm not gonna drink anything for an hour. Let's go to the bathroom before we go up there because
let's dehydrate ourselves in the middle of a fucking hot
it's totally
concert.
fucking worth it. Rather be dehydrated and pass out than to piss myself. And then, yeah.
I'd rather piss myself. Or just take your little weenie out while you're like that.
Yeah.
And no one's going to know.
Except for the girl you're pissing on.
Well, look, when you're that hot and you're having that much fun.
It's like golden showers for everybody. It's like, but the piss is warm, so it makes it worse.
No, that's true. But that's a good one. So, on my segment of, you know what really chaps my ass? You know what I fucking hate? I am a passionate movie
Lover?
buff. Well, yes, dude. It's like I say at work when the guys say we got to do this and we're preparing. I say, hey man, slow and low, just like my love making. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get my crew ready, slow and low, just like my love making. I'm a true movie buff. I love the movie experience. I love the theater experience. I'll watch movies at home, right? But I have to go to the theater, right? And I love the popcorn, large Coke, all that. What chaps my ass are the fucking idiots that think they're at home. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. We're there to watch a movie, man. Not listen to you and your girlfriend fucking talk. Or I hate when people fucking when they fucking they what's the word I'm looking for? Hey man. I just lost the word.
I don't know.
When they fucking they have to go play by play, like, oh my god, the door just opened.
Yeah.
Did you see that? He just walked out.
Right.
Mira nomás, it was the priest. The fuck? We're watching.
Yeah.
I thank you.
Right.
I don't need commentary. I don't need the fucking commentary.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, where do you go?
Everywhere, dude. Alamo Drafthouse is one of the worst fucking places to watch a movie.
Well, that's where I like to go. I don't go to the movies very often,
Worst
but that's
fucking
where I
place.
love because I feel like you have that space.
And then, yeah, you have the space, but you got the fucking
That
the
doesn't bother
waiters.
me because they're bringing me food.
yeah. But you know
Dude,
what?
last time I went there,
Let me tell you something. Staring into your eyes, I have to do it deeply and intently.
dude, you're making me want Twix real bad.
Staring into your eyes, I have to do it intently. Watching movies, I have to do it intently.
Right.
Eating, I have to do it intently.
So you can't
So
eat and watch
there-
a movie?
That's what I'm trying to say. Dude, the fat kid in me, I'm like, oh shit, this is fucking good. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So I'm just like lost in my food and then I forget what's going on. And you know what I mean? I enjoy the experience. Like it's cool to be able to order what you want and they have good food and the fucking beer there is great. Yeah.
Dude.
I won't go on premiere night
Okay.
for sure. I won't watch a premiere movie at Alamo.
And I'm the opposite, man, half and half. I love that, dude. I love fucking stuffing my face. When the waiters run by, I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever.
No, dude. No,
Dude, but
man.
last time I went, dude, for 4 of us, I spent $200 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I
fucking
know.
nuts. I was like, dude, I could have gone to Disneyland for this.
For the three of us, the last time we went, it was me, my wife, my daughter. I think it was like 160.
Wow.
That's not including tickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, but anyway, dude, hear me out. Stay the fuck home. Stay the fuck home.
Yeah, I could see
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Especially for whatever reason, as time goes on, horror movies have more and more and more fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They got to giggle, they got to laugh, and they're fucking talking. It's like, dude, we don't want to hear anything. It even says it at the beginning of the fucking movie. Shut the fuck up in so many words, right?
yeah.
Turn your fucking phone off, shut the fuck up, and be courteous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, that Chaps, it ruins my wife and I get in actual arguments because it makes me so mad.
Yeah.
And she's like, all I hear you doing is fucking snapping your teeth and looking at people and swinging your head around. And I'm like, well, let these motherfuckers know, shut up.
Yeah,
One time I had to tap, I thought I was going to fight this kid's dad. He on his fucking phone, dude. Fucking phone. And I'm like, I got the bright light fucking right here and I'm trying to watch the movie and I fucking, hey man, can you fucking do that when the movie's over?
Oh, you did? Wow.
Oh yeah, dude, it made me mad.
Really?
Yeah, mad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never have the balls to do it.
I'll fight a 10-year-old, man. I tell you what.
You know what? I don't worry about like somebody like kicking my ass. I worry about like a girl like, excuse me? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I just like, I'm sorry. Sorry, ma'am.
Your voice goes, oh, I'm
So
sorry.
sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah, but that's what chaps my ass. I
Wow.
knew that was going to be a long rant too.
Yeah. No, but that's, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really bother me so much now because of Alamo Drafthouse because you're so separated. So it doesn't really
You
bother
still
me.
hear it though. The other day we went to go watch.
Well, the talking, yeah, I could understand
Yeah, that's
that.
what I'm
But
talking
the
about.
cell phone stuff doesn't bother me so much.
Oh, that fucking bothers me. And the chewing. And I'm like, dude, one time I tell my wife, did we get the same popcorn as this guy? Because his sounds fucking amazing.
Kind of like when you chew your gum on
Yeah,
the podcast.
exactly. You hear the guy in the back like that. And I'm like, my popcorn does not taste that fucking good.
I mean, it makes you hungry.
Yours makes me hungry. Everybody else, it aggravates the fuck out
Yeah,
of me.
dude, I can see that. Well, yeah, I think those are both good. I think they both deal with other people just being inconsiderate.
Yeah. This world is full of fucking inconsiderate people.
So, moving on then. I think we're gonna get into
What?
nothing. We're gonna get into Let It Riff.
Yeah, let it riff.
I want you to go first, though.
Okay, so when you were speaking,
Yeah,
and
I saw you.
and telling your story, it dawned on me what riff I fucking love a lot. As a kid, you know, I've told you, you've already challenged me to listen to them, and I love them. I always knew I loved them, but I didn't take a deep dive. Anyway, Walk from Pantera is just one of those fucking riffs, dude.
Yeah.
That no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, that fucking riff comes on, it's go time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just gets you fucking hyped. It gets you pumped. It's just when it comes to metal, like when we interviewed Pepe, that's what I was trying to get at. Like I love groove metal, and you hit the nail on the head right now when you describe Pantera. I love that type of metal.
Yeah.
You know, that makes you fucking
Yeah.
not right.
Mhm.
This is what I like.
Yeah. Slow,
Slow
and
and low, man. Like my head giving.
Oh, yeah. No, that's obviously a very popular riff.
And to this very day, you have a computer somewhere in your fucking pile of old computers that you refuse to let go of. There's a riff that's very Pantera-ish, very, very Dimebag. And dude, the day you find that riff, man, we're bringing that fucker back to life. One of the most amazing riffs you've ever written.
It's in here.
No, it's not, because I ask you every fucking time to play it.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to the theme here. One of the highlights, the moments when I went to go see Anthrax, the riff that gets me like, fuck yeah, is the riff for "Caught in a Mosh" by Anthrax.
Cotton Amash?
Caught in a
Caught
mosh.
in a mosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
I've never heard it.
you got to listen to it. It's such, I would play it, but I don't want to get like copyright banned or whatever.
On YouTube.
Dude, such a good riff. I forgot how good that riff was until I was there.
I want to hear it.
So
I have a feeling, I don't know if it's today, maybe I'm jumping the gun, but I think you will challenge me with that band at some point. So I haven't
probably.
There's a slew of bands going around this brown little mine that I'm like, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's
Yeah.
coming.
I know
It's coming.
I've thrown a few at you already that you were expecting.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I'm just on this Anthrax tip right now, dude. Like, I'm just, another thing that real quick, just kind of put out there, the bass tone. I know you're not the biggest fan. Dude, my favorite bass tone in the whole world is the Anthrax bass tone.
I hate it.
Fucking love it, dude.
I hate it.
Half and half, bitch.
Yeah. I hate it. It's ugly. It sounds like a fucking tin can. You know what I mean? No, he's a great bass
Whatever.
player. Frankie, what's his name?
Muniz. Just kidding.
It's a little kid from Malcolm in the Middle.
Frank, I get all of their
Borello?
names mixed up.
There's two Franks
Starts
in
with
the band, no?
B, yeah. Frank
The drummers,
Donatello. No, just kidding. I get their names so fucking.
the drummer's a Frank.
Charlie. That's
Charlie.
Charlie's the drummer.
So then,
Scotty
okay.
in, and then the two Frank Belladonna.
Okay, yeah, the
is a
bass
singer,
player's-
I think.
Frank, the bass player is Frank Borello or something
Yeah,
like that.
Beoth from.
He's a great bass player. What that guy does with a pick is
Yeah.
fucking great.
Dude,
but his tone
live
sucks.
too, man. Like, dude, he's got a good like. I really was impressed with his. He's no flea running around on stage, but for Anthrax, dude, it works.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That's cool.
But yeah, Caught in a Mosh. I'll show you after we're done recording here.
Awesome.
You want to get into the Shat?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Ooh.
So today, and today on this segment of the Shat, I bring to you a band that I found very recently. They honestly only have 4 or 5 singles. They don't even have a full album out. If you're a fan of the bands, already established bands, Touche Amore, La Dispute, that type of stuff, well, there's a band called Bouquet that I just found. And they are fucking
Spell that.
amazing. Bouquet, like a bouquet of roses.
Bouquet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bouquet.
Dude,
The English language is so stupid. I'm sure it's not an English word, but still, we
What?
adopted it.
bouquet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
It should be Bookay.
Bouquet. Bouquet. I love it. I love it. But yes, they're a great band. Again, they're within that realm of La Dispute, Touche Amore, pretty Midwestern emo type, right? He does like he's a great screamer, man. I gotta be honest. I don't like, okay, I'm not gonna say I don't like, I'm more attracted to, aside from guys, I'm more attracted to the non-technical screamers, right? Like, I love passionate screamers, not the guys who can pick. I've already said it a million times. He's one of those dudes. You know what I mean? He's got a great fucking scream. So, today on the Shat, Bouquet.
Awesome.
Check him out.
So, prior Shat thoughts, last episode you mentioned Graphic Nature.
Yes.
So I really did a deep dive, started listening to them. Dude, I really like them. And you know what?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought for sure you were going to hate them. I thought you were gonna hit me with the "Oh my God, Adrian."
I think my only how do you say it? I guess kind of like, I when I listen to bands, I look for, obviously I like it, but I also look for that originality component, right?
Yeah.
I felt that it was a little bit too much on the Slipknot side,
Right.
Which I guess is where you kind of got the new metal
Corn
point
thing. Yeah.
that you got. But I thought they did it really well. Heavily Slipknot influenced, but it was good, dude. It got me going. It got me like,
Hyped, right?
Yeah, I actually listened to it quite a bit. It was really good.
Really? Whoa, you were throwing me for a fucking loop.
I found it to be really, really interesting when they do like the electronic stuff.
Right.
I thought it was done really, really well.
Yeah.
No, I really liked it. I actually,
Awesome.
I was waiting to hear the new metal that you were talking about, and it never.
Well, I told you it was subtle.
Yeah,
Like
it's not the new metal that I hate.
Yeah.
It was more like Slipknot, I guess you can say new, even though I like Slipknot.
Right. Right.
But because I think like Slipknot had, especially earlier in the days, components of new metal, but Slipknot has their own sound.
They
They have really cultivated their own sound. And so, to me, it's not a bad band to be influenced by if you want to go heavy like that.
Yeah.
I really
like I
liked
said,
it.
on my my last This Week in, or one of my This Week in Musics, I'm not a huge Slipknot fan. I do like them. I pop in from time to time just to see what they're doing. You know what I mean? I don't dislike them.
Right.
But sometimes it just gets like, okay, I get it. You're Slipknot.
Yeah, no, it was good, man. It was really good.
Awesome.
Should we get into our challenge?
Yes.
I was trying to find my challenge notes.
Actually, wait, real quick before we do that. I wanted to bring something up. You told me to make note of it. There was this band that you and I loved so much that are no longer together, and it makes me sad. I wish they would get back together because one member, it was in a bigger band now. He's now left that band. Get the band back together. And I'm talking about a band called Night Versus.
Didn't they just recently break up?
It's been a few years.
Oh, really?
Well,
I literally thought it was a few months ago.
So they had an EP and a full album with their singer Doug, who used to be in another band called Son of a Bitch.
Son of a Bitch, huh? That sounds interesting.
It's a great band name, right? Fuck, I forgot. And I love that album. Anyway, so but then they put out their second full-length album as an instrumental because Doug left. And then the drummer, Eric Comporta, was in the band Fever 333.
Yeah. Sorry, whenever I hear the name Doug, I think Doug. Or was it? Is it on a movie where they say
The Sleeping? That's the name of the band.
He's asleep.
He's asleeping. You know what I think about when I hear the name Doug?
What?
Do 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 do.
Oh yeah.
The cartoon.
Yeah, of course. No, there's a movie where I don't know what I was thinking about. Anyways, let's get into it. So I was challenged with Mars Volta. You were challenged with
Phantogram.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
Mine's gonna be pretty brief.
So is mine.
So I'll go first.
Okay.
So I went straight. I started from
You've
the first.
never been straight. Who are we kidding?
I started with the very first album.
Right.
And I quickly realized I had heard that album a lot.
Right. Yes, you did.
But, okay. So, first of all, there's no denying the talent that the guys from Mars Volta. So, anybody that's not from El Paso doesn't know this. Mars Volta is from El Paso, or at the drive-ins from El Paso. Mars Volta, and then they actually moved to LA. Then they broke up, and then they split off into two factions, Mars Volta and Sparta. And so the founding members of Mars Volta are from El Paso. And anyways, they've kind of always done their own thing and have been really, really good at what they do on both sides. They're super freaking talented. And so I started really listening. And one of the first takeaways, one of the first notes is they're not a band that I can put on as background music.
What?
At all, dude.
Oh, okay, well, explain that. Because I'm trying
Because they are so technical from the drumming to the bass, everything is just, they go off. They do this like, dude, it's rare that I hear a band that I think to myself as a guitar player, like, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm a talented musician, right? So it's very rare for me to hear an artist and be like, damn, like, I don't even know if I could do that. Dude, when I hear them, I'm like, damn, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah. Dude, Omar, I don't remember his last name. That dude's a fucking amazing guitar player.
The changes?
Yeah.
The freaking, the format that they use, and then just like the random changes, and then they go here, and then they take it here. And dude, I'm just, the musicianship is unbelievable. And that's one of the big takeaways is I was trying to show my wife Faith No More. Mm-hmm. She just can't get into Faith No More. And so
what?
And I want to talk about the Faith No More connection to nu metal in another
grounds
episode
for divorce.
Because I was having this conversation with my little brother, and It's
funny you mentioned that real quick. Huh. And that Metal Evolution, they brought that up too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I started to think to myself, okay, is Faith No More, and I don't mean this like across the board. I mean it as, for the most part, is Faith No More a band that is for musicians? And so that ties into Mars Volta. I feel like, is Mars Volta a band that's for musicians? Because it's not like, like when you let's say you're working on something, you have background music and, you're getting into it and stuff. I can't do that with Mars Volta because they're so technical.
Yeah.
It distracts me, which a lot of bands don't do that to me, but it distracts me in terms of, because I want to focus on what they're doing, because I'm just like, holy fuck, like, damn, this is so good. I need to like give it my attention.
Right.
So, good songwriting, Cedric's vocals, again, very heavily Led Zeppelin influenced.
Yeah.
They do the keys, just everything is just so well written. One thing I was kind of weirded out by is I noticed it's almost like they recorded in different studios on different songs, because like there'll be one song where the production is like, holy crap, this is amazing. And then all of a sudden there's another song where I'm like, where's the kick drum?
Yeah.
Like, did they record this, or was that intentional? Did they intentionally? Because, like, for example, if I record a band, the drums are going to sound the same all the way through.
Right.
You want it to be uniform. But I noticed with them, it was different. So I was like, is that a conscious thing? Or is it because because they did take a long time to write their album, right? Like, is it because they decided to write this song and record it in this studio,
Yeah.
But there's this, and I didn't write it down. There's a song on there.
Are we talking about the first album?
The first album still. I'm not going to spend too much time on the other albums.
Okay.
I just, right out the gate, like, super impressed. Like, kind of like tried to take my biases and knowing I've heard this album before and just kind of listen to it like fresh. Oh my God, dude, just blown away. And as we go through their discography, it was kind of a lot of the same. I know the second album too, there was I didn't write down the freaking songs. And the reason I didn't write them down is because I'm driving as I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm like just in the zone. And I'm just floored by their music. But like my wife would get in the car and I would have it on still. And it was just so distracting. Like I would have to change it to somebody else because I just couldn't have it as background music.
Yeah.
But man, getting into the last album, I didn't feel it, man.
The new album.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna agree with you.
It was like, don't get me wrong, it was good.
Right. But it lacks that Mars Volta thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like the energy is different.
Right.
Yeah. It's not as chaotic. It's more
straightforward, trying to do catchy kind of choruses. It's good. It's weird. It's like a vintage sound with a modern production, if that makes sense, as opposed to the earlier stuff was a very vintage. They really nailed that vintage sound. I am like, by no means, I'm not going to say like it wasn't a good album. It's a great album. It's just stylistically, I was, I guess, hoping for more of the earlier sound, if that makes any sense. But they're so still good at what they do.
Yeah,
and you can see that they're like highly influenced by older bands, but they bring in a modern sound. Dude, like I'm just blown away. And One thing I can say, one huge takeaway. I like Sparta too. Jim Ward, he's the singer, guitar player of Sparta, who was in At the Drive-In, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it is crazy how you have At the Drive-In, this super influential band, amazing band. When you separate the essence of those guys, you literally get Mars Volta and Sparta.
Yeah.
And then you put them together, you get At the Drive-In. It is crazy how
right?
like their styles are so defined.
Yeah.
And although like I know they came back and did an At the Drive-In album without Jim, right? I believe. I know they went on tour and stuff, and it was good. But again, it's missing that Sparta Jim Ward element.
That At the Drive-In album was good, but yeah, they didn't have that.
Yeah, they lost a piece of the essence.
Yeah.
And so
it's like every time you try to take me off base, you know what I'm saying? Like, not gonna happen.
Yeah, man. And it just reinforces what we talk about all the time, is that it takes a group of people that come together that were meant to be together,
right,
to make a certain sound. Again, going back to Anthrax, that's one of the reasons why I think they're still just as good today, even though one of the guitar players is not the original. It's the same group of dudes. And so again, Mars Volta is great, Sparta is great. When you put them together, you get that Drive-In. At the Drive-In is phenomenal, right? And so I just started really just kind of thinking about all of that. And but at the end of the day, dude, like Mars Volta's amazing.
Right. I agree. I'm glad you did.
And then their influence, dude, like from At the Drive-In, just all of the bands and people that they have influenced.
Oh, dude,
like,
it's been crazy.
And to know that they're from El Paso is like a moment of like pride of like.
Dude, Glassjaw has admittingly said At the Drive-In influenced them above any other band.
Well, dude, it was like, remember that one time I hung out with the guys from POD?
Uh-huh.
It's hilarious because, I got to I was sitting down with them listening to the Ashling album. And like Marcos, the guitar player, he knew my last name was Ward, and all he kept asking was like, "Hey man, like, is Jim in town?" Like he was like, I think because even he admitted like, dude, like Sparta At the Drive-In, like these guys are like I look up to them. Like I'm like, fuck, that's crazy, man.
That's
and POD
crazy
at the time was like, that was when they were huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, really fun challenge. I need to go back. The thing is, their songs are so technical, so I could sit there and write, but dude, this would be a 3-hour episode of me breaking everything down.
Oh yeah, I know it.
It was that good.
Yeah.
I love
them. I knew you would. Like I told you when I proposed the challenge, you've heard them, you've listened to them.
Yeah.
But I wanted you to
embrace them.
Yeah. Especially a deeper dive into like the middle albums.
Yeah, you always love it when I go deep. And
the deeper the better.
And what?
Slow and low.
Slow and low. There you
Just
go.
like my lovemaking. That's gonna be a T-shirt. Fuck Jason and slow and low.
Yeah.
And on the back, just like my lovemaking.
All right, cool, glistening in the moonlight.
So I'm glad. I knew that was going to be the takeaway.
Mm.
So I was challenged to listen to a band that I was very familiar with already, but again, you wanted me to do a deep dive. And it's funny how much of their stuff that I've already heard of, right? Like, because I've liked them for a while. So you challenged me to listen to the band Phantogram.
One of my favorites of all time.
Right off the bat, I fucking love them, right? There's some stuff that I hadn't heard, but I love them. So for me, one of my favorite genres of music of all time is a genre called trip hop. So it's like a mix of hip hop with a little bit of techno, very low, right? Like
almost like the roots of lo-fi.
Yeah, basically, yeah, with pretty female vocals and stuff like that. So when I heard them years ago, that's what attracted me to them. I was like, wow, this is like a 2012 fucking trip hop band.
Like Portishead-ish.
Yes, Portishead, Lamb. The early Estero album was considered a trip hop album. More Chiba, stuff like that. So, right off the bat, I already knew I loved them. So just to, I've been a trip hop fan since fucking 90s. You know what I mean? Massive Attack, all those bands. So, I wrote down a couple songs that just so mine wouldn't be so short. There was a song called Ejectum Sexuality
Mm-hmm.
with they did a feature with Big Boy from Outkast. That song's fucking incredible. As far as the eyes can see, it's off of the song Eyelid, or the album Eyelid Movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amazing song. That song has a true old school 90s trip hop vibe. And to be honest, that is my all-time favorite album of theirs. Eyelid Movies, that album is fucking phenomenal. I think I first heard them like around 2012.
It was early on because of our former drummer. I think he's the one that introduced him to me, to be honest with you.
What drummer?
Rick.
No, I didn't hear them from Rick.
Really?
We weren't even talking. I wasn't even talking to Rick in 2012, 11.
Yeah, wait, you're talking about Phantogram?
Yeah.
That's how recently you heard Phantogram?
Recently or how long ago?
2012. Dude, I heard them in like the early 2000s.
Their first album came out in 2010.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did. What do you want to bet? Put your phone down. What do you want to bet?
What do you mean? I could have sworn they go back that far.
No, there's another band called the XX. I don't even think they go back.
No. Those guys are recent.
No, Phantogram's first debut album was 2010.
No, Adrian.
It's this motherfucker right here, boy.
Hold on. Oh my God, you are right. Mouthful of Diamonds. That's such a good album. I honestly thought they went back to like 2004-ish.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird. Because, wait, I'm in a weird moment right now because Rick used to play them.
Are you sure it's them?
Yes. He would always
There was
he would always tell, see, wait, like this way. This is what we need to do. Wait, we need to introduce like components of electronic like this way, like this way. And he would play that. He would play Mouthful of Diamonds. That dude.
Okay, remember there was a period in the mid.
Oh, that's true. I was really drunk during that time.
And you were hanging out with Rick, 2013.
Yeah, it was probably during that time.
No, 2010.
2010, 11-ish. Yeah, 2011-ish. Yeah, you're right. And I was just kind of, the drunkenness blurred to, it was like 10 years before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rick would always play them and be like, fuck yeah, way, like this way. And then he would put on Goodbye Horses.
I'm crying.
Yeah, so, okay. Anyways, so let me ask you this. Did you get into the newer stuff?
Yeah, I heard all of it. Yeah.
Did you hear the song The Answer? Or Answer?
I'm sure I did.
Dude.
I love everything they do. Everything they do.
I love everything you do.
I know. Yeah, that's why I'm still here. Everything. I went top to bottom.
Slow and what is it?
Slow and low, man.
Slow and low. I don't know. I keep thinking slow and mo.
I'll take slow and mo. Yeah, no, I loved it all. Like I said, I mean, I'm more familiar with them than you think.
So the last, I think it's not the last album, maybe the second to last album. What's her name? Sarah Barbell. I can't remember her name, the singer. Her sister committed suicide.
Really?
And she wrote that album like in a really dark place because of that. And so there's some, I know you like those sad, dude, there's some really intense
and that's the
songs,
latest album?
the last couple of albums, because she was in a really dark place during, when she wrote those songs.
Yeah.
And I only knew that because I went to go see them perform. I've seen them perform a couple of times, and she was talking about how there was a song in particular that she wrote right after that happened. And then I read up a little bit more. But yeah, dude, those, again, it's hard to find bands nowadays that their latest albums are like just as good as their early stuff.
Yeah.
They're a band that, to me, it's like every time they put something out, it just gets better and better and better.
Not one dud.
Yeah. Not at all.
The whole discography is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I loved it. I mean, being being a big fan of trip hop, having already heard Phantogram a lot throughout the years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved it.
Awesome. So the new challenge for this episode, I have an artist that I want to challenge you with, but I have a feeling that you've already listened to them. So I have a backup just in case.
Okay.
And the reason I want to bring this up is because it's right in line with what we were just talking about. Okay. And you actually mentioned them already. I was actually going to challenge you to listen to Big Grams.
Big Grams?
Yeah, you don't know what Big Grams is?
No. Big Grams?
Yeah.
No.
It is the side project of Phantogram with Big Boy from Outkast.
Oh, really?
They did an album, maybe 2 together.
Okay.
Dude, it is so good. It is, especially, there's this one song, it's called Light It Up, something light. And it's one of those songs that when I have to listen to it, maybe it doesn't have anything to do with light. Let me see. It is one of the, oh yeah, Lights On. Look, and it's the only song I have hearted. See? But the whole album is amazing.
And it's
them? One album, dude. One album, and I think a few songs here and there.
Big Grams. Okay.
So it's going to be an easy run for you this time. But I wanted to challenge you with them right out the gate because you're on the Phantogram tip. So
yeah,
it takes you perfectly into there.
I love more than the tip, but I mean, it's all good.
Dude, yeah. So that's my challenge to you.
Okay, cool. So sticking in the same vein, right? So listening to Phantogram kind of brought back my love for trip hop, right?
How does one trip and hop at the same time?
I'll show you right now in a bit. So I want to challenge you with just the genre of trip hop.
Okay.
The best time period in my mind is mid-90s to around early to mid-2000s.
Okay.
Right? So you can pick whoever you want. I'm just going to give you some suggestions. My favorite trip hop artists are a band called Lamb, Morchiba, Nine Lazy Nine, Massive Attack, Tricky, Hooverphonic. The first Estero album. See, Estero is my second favorite all-time female artist of all time. But her first album is considered trip hop. She did that album with DJ Crush. Her albums after that are a little more on the pop side, right? But if you want to dive into Estero, the first album, Breath from Another. There's a band who, fuck Jason, I can't believe I'm giving this guy credit. He loves trip hop like I do. And I had no idea that there was this band called Lovage. And
I remember that. Didn't Mike Patton do something?
Mike Patton was
part of it, right?
Band.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a trip hop album. At least I consider it one. So yeah, pick whoever you want. Just the genre of trip hop.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never really done a deep dive. I remember listening to Lovage. There was a couple of songs that I liked, but at the time it's because I liked Mike Patton and I would listen to everything. Now, dude, Mike Patton's voice. I love Mike Patton. Don't get me wrong. Probably the most talented vocalist on the planet.
Yeah.
But I'm over it, man. I know that there's the diehards, the true diehards that still are obsessed over him and everything. But I'm like, it's hard for me to listen to anything that Mike Patton does because it's like, you know how like if you love something and you eat it like crazy and it makes you puke and you never want to eat it again?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
You know, like like my daughter, for example, one time she puked after eating macaroni and cheese. And so for the longest time, she refused up until recently to eat macaroni and cheese.
My daughter's the same way with blue coconut snow cones.
Did it make her puke?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So I think I like gave myself such a hefty dose of like anything Mike Patton for so long that now it's very difficult for me.
I'm going to agree with you, man. Like, obviously I love Faith No More. I love Mr. Bungle. He did an album with the Executioners. They're an amazing fucking DJ group. Mike Patton featured on, I forgot what it was called. General Patton and the Executioners, I want to say. That album's fucking great. But you get into Tomahawk, you get into Peeping Tom. It's kind of like
so many projects.
I know, it's kind of like wah wah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're fucking Mike Patton.
Yeah, I mean it's unbelievable what he does and what he's able to do and all the projects he has. I've seen him do opera. He's like just it's crazy.
Yeah.
His voice is undeniable, but
one of his best projects though, for those of you who don't know, Dillinger Escape Pan was in between singers, and before they got Greg or I don't remember, Mike Patton did one album with the Dillinger Escape Pan, and it was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my god,
because he was just screaming. It
was ridiculous.
Yeah. So, but anyways, yeah, cool. Trip hop versus what did I give you? Oh, Big Grams. Yeah, dude.
It's gonna be hard to make that thumbnail, but
it's gonna be easy for you though, because Big Grand, it's literally one album, and
Cool.
it's so good. You're probably gonna listen to it like 5 times.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm telling you, that one song that I heard with them, maybe it's already on there.
All right. Anything else?
No, that'll do it for this week, everybody. Again, please check out Exiled Podcast. Check out Whipshaded and Faded. Again, Dave, thank you so much, brother. You made my day. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Phenomenal. Thank you a million times. But yeah, you're going to insert.
Yeah, it's going to be pre-recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? You said insert.
Well,
I mean,
talking about two things, but
wait for the camera to turn off.
because I have to
Adrian.
I have to go to sleep right now, so I want to go to bed nice and cozy and relaxed.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for checking us out. Check out all of our other stuff. We'll have that pre-recorded. And again, Exile Inc., Whipshaded and Faded, Eric Ward and Miker. Check them all out. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Bye.